Being one of, if not the most prominent video game franchise of all time, Nintendo's Mario is filled with a diverse cast of characters, some more popular than others, many of different species, and of course, quite the collection of endearing female personas, NPCs and playables alike. While Mario may be the head honcho, his supporting cast of awesome ladies shouldn't be forgotten or underestimated. So today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Mario girls, meaning any female characters that have appeared in the franchise over the last several decades. Let's jump in. And at number 10, Pauline. Starting off our list is the OG Mario girl, Pauline. Some of you may be scratching your heads wondering, hey, wait a sec, Pauline? Who's that? Well, let's jump back to 1981 and the very first Donkey Kong game. Remember that damsel in distress? The woman that Jumpman, later known as Mario, had to save? At the time in Japan, she was simply referred to as Lady. When the game was distributed in North America, she was given the name Pauline, named after the wife of Nintendo of America's warehouse manager, Don James. Since then, she got a makeover to help distinguish her from another Mario damsel in distress, and has reappeared in the Mario franchise many a time, primarily in spin-off games or crossover games with Donkey Kong characters, and most recently in 2017's Mario Odyssey, where she's the mayor of New Donk City. Gotta give it to Nintendo, they're never the type to forget their roots. Up next, number 9, Harriet. Speaking of Mario Odyssey, Harriet is a fairly new character who made her debut in the game last year, and she's a boss you have to take on during the mission's Inverted Pyramid Showdown and Big Brutal Battle. Harriet is from the dark side, a secret kingdom located on the moon in the game. She's often described as the kind of character you really don't want to get angry, as she has an arsenal of homemade bombs that she'll toss out at you that pack quite the punch. She's devious, and lives life on the dangerous side, keeping those set explosives and bombs on her person at all times. Up next, number 8, Vivian. Speaking of villains, Vivian is a character who was once an antagonist to Mario's, but then she decided to switch over to the side of good, probably for the best. First appearing in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, she was a member of the Shadow Sirens, a group of sisters that came to the Mushroom World in an attempt to free their mistress, the Shadow Queen. She eventually joins Mario's party after having enough of her sister's abuse, learning to shed her inferiority complex and gain some confidence and self-respect. Vivian has had a bit of a low profile since Thousand-Year Door, only appearing in one other Mario game, Super Paper Mario, with just a small cameo. In our number 7 spot, Wendy Koopa. Wendy is the princess of the Koopas, and the only female Koopaling. She's a singer, has a quick temper, and is a little sensitive when it comes to wealth management. In the past, she's set false coins to trick Mario. A lady of luxury, she first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3 back in 1988, and many consider her to be the first true villainess in a Mario game. In our number 6 spot, Dixie Kong. Jumping over to another Nintendo franchise here, Dixie Kong is a character who has plenty of crossover appearances in Mario games, or rather 3 specifically: Mario Superstar Baseball, Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and Mario Super Sluggers. Dixie is likely the most beloved female character from the Donkey Kong series. She's energetic, adventurous, and oh so adorable. She's also the third character to appear in the DK franchise after DK himself and her boyfriend Diddy, making her one of the more recognizable female additions in Nintendo's cast of characters. And hey, who doesn't love a good crossover cameo? And at number 5, Toadette. Toadette is one of the more minor supporting characters that has managed to gain a big following. A parallel to her boyfriend Toad, Toadette is known for being sweet, optimistic, and at times, ever so slightly immature. But she's also got a lot of guts, and is a force to be reckoned with. She's appeared in 13 games to date. I guess being adorable sure has its perks. And at number 4, Birdo. Birdo is a character with quite the interesting history. She's largely considered to be the first trans character in video games. How so? Well, in her first appearance in Super Mario Bros. 2, the English manual for the game stated that Birdo, known as Ostro at the time, was a boy who, I quote, thinks he is a girl and would rather be referred to as Birdetta. Later releases of the game removed the mention of Birdetta in the manual. Various game theorists and developers over the years have noted the importance of Birdo, and have questioned whether or not the character underwent gender reassignment surgery. Reception of Birdo has always been mixed because of this, with some critics even calling Birdo one of gaming's most repelling anti-babes. On the other hand, others have noted that Birdo is just one of a long line of Japanese video game characters forced to hide their true sexual identity. All that aside, Birdo's gender doesn't change the way a lot of players feel about the character. Many still adore the cute pink dinosaur and ship Birdo and Yoshi as a romantic item. Up next, number 3, Princess Daisy. Princess Daisy is the princess for those who don't like archetypal princesses. She's a tomboy, a tough cookie, and has a thing for flowers. Like, really adores adores them and doesn't just think that they're pretty accessories. Daisy first appeared in Super Mario Land in 1989, and was the princess that Mario had to save. She's established more of a personality since then, being the ruler of Land, who resides in the Mushroom Kingdom, and even became a love interest for Mario's brother Luigi. In our number 2 spot, Rosalina. A big fan favorite, Rosalina is sometimes liked more than our number 1 spot, who by this point is probably pretty obvious, but we'll get there in a minute. Rosalina, on the other hand, is appealing for being quite the independent individual. She's a sorceress, wields a ton of power, and her duties are to watch over and guard the Mushroom World, and also to protect and guard the universe. Yeah, that's no simple task. But Rosalina is definitely up to it. She first debuted in Super Mario Galaxy and since then has become a reoccurring character due to popularity, although mainly pops up in spin-off games as opposed to main titles. And to top it all off, many a fan find her outfit variations to be the sexiest of the franchise. And finally, in at number 1, Princess Peach. How could we not put Princess Peach in our number 1 spot? While she may not be the OG Mario girl, Peach has become synonymous with the franchise, and is likely one of the first characters you think of when it comes to iconic women in video games. She's appeared in more games than any other female character in video game history. First appearing in 1985's Super Mario Bros., Peach has come a long way from simply being a damsel in distress, having more agency and even becoming a playable character in main titles in the series. A mix of intelligence, stubbornness, selflessness, graciousness, and a little bit of posh princess attitude, it's not difficult to see why Peach has resonated with fans for so long. There we have it, friends. Which of these characters is your favorite? Is there a Mario girl we didn't include on our list that you think should have made one of our spots? Let us know in those comments below. As always, if you dug this video, please show some love by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. And hey, why not share this video with a friend? If you want more gaming vids, we've got a whole top 10 Mario playlist flashing up on your screen right now. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Gaming. Catch you all in the next one.